So comment, subscribe, dislike, or like. Check out the links in the descriptions for other of my sites, other activities that I'm involved in. Got a whole bunch of Facebook groups you can check out. I play multiple card games, so I do music among other things, so check out the links in the description. So this is my Marincess control deck. So 3 copy of Tang, 3 copy of Spring Girl, 3 copies of Pascalis, 3 copies of Basil Ami, 3 copies of Seahorse, 3 copies of Gamasil Kaiju, 3 copies of Marincess Dive, 3 copies of Signet Mining, 3 copies of Cosmic Cyclone, 3 copies of Recall, 3 copies of Solemn Strike, 3 copies of Red Screen, 1 copy Red Reboot, 1 copy of the Marincess Battle Ocean Field card, 1 Regeki, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, which I rarely even use, but it's better to have and not need than to not have. It might come in handy in a Mystic Mind scenario or something. Then we have 1 copy of Marincess Wonder Heart. I think I only summoned her once. Marincess Aqua Argonaut. I summon her a lot. She's how you want to end. That's what you end the board with. You're trying to get to her. 1 Marincess Coral Triangle. I played her like once. 1 Marincess Marble Rock. Play her a lot. It's part of my chain. Marincess Coral Anemonin. 1 copy of Marincess Sea Angel. 1 copy of Marincess Blue Slug, which I play sometimes, but not as often. 1 copy of number 37, Hope Open Dragon Spider Shark. Never summoned it, but it's there just in case. Number 101, Silent Anarch. Have played it at least twice so far. Number 4, Stealth Kragan. Definitely summoned it like 3 to 4 times so far. Definitely use it. Bomber Shark. Definitely use it a lot. It's what you want to do. You want to get it out. Bring out Totally Awesome. I mean, well, there's 2 copies of Bomber Shark and there's 2 copies of Totally Awesome. Obviously, the goal is of this deck is to try to get Totally Awesome out, along with Marincess Aqua Argonaut, and then like Solemn Strike or Recall, Red Reboot, some type of extra negate. You're trying to get at least 3 negates typically. You don't need 7 negates to win the game, as you shall see. So let's go into some gameplays. See settings, save the sounds for now. I think the sounds are fine. Should be able to hear me. So sound. I think so. Alright, so that way it's not too loud. So as you can see, with 1 Marincess, I'm able to get a couple cards, so I can start plussing. So that I bring her back, use her to play her. This will let me go into Bomber Shark. It's totally awesome out there. Start doing some damage. Could have done more damage if I went into this play that I'm doing right now. Probably could have potentially OTK, because I have 6 now. But I won anyway, but you get the idea. So you see I got 1 negate here with the Marincess Wave, which if I'm thinking about it, I think I did take it out and put it in Recall, so it's not in the deck anymore. But 1 negate, 2 negate, and then with her, 3 negates. She negates spells and traps, this negates spells, traps, monster effects, this negates monster effect. But I changed the deck and put Recall, so this will actually be a Recall instead. Obviously, you want to play test some ideas first. Because since Marincess Wave is a Marincess card, it's searchable, so that's why I was experimenting with it. But it's not really much my style, per se. Like I don't want to negate a monster effect. Plus, I need to have a Marincess in order to use it. I'd rather use Recall, which, as you can see, the Recall is in here, which means I took something else out. I think that's what it was. I took out the Marincess wave and put in the Kaiju Gamma Cell, because Gamma Cell is currently not in this build when I was playing it. But after a while, I realized it's like I gotta have Gamma Cell. I gotta have a way to break boards. Like the deck, obviously is good at building, a pretty nice basic board. So you see, I'm going up chain on his scoops, going up the chain, trying to get to my final form. So this is the Soul Swords. Pretty decent. Basically tuners that make tokens, and then you synchro into these synchros that can negate. That's what I could see. That's all I can see so far. So you got like 2 days. So this board specifically is the reason why I was like, yeah, I need to put Gamma Cell. You put Gamma Cell. So I was able to make him use both his negates. So even without Gamma Cell or without board breaking cards, right? I was able to still play through. So I was able to play through his board. So as you can see, getting up there. Effect. So obviously I play that so I can pop one of these creatures, deal damage, kill the other one back directly. Bring her out, reattach, and now I can negate spells and traps. I think he just ends his turn on that. It's like, okay. I like, let me reborn her. So now I got your negate. Now this I was supposed to normal summon. That was what I wanted, but I misclicked and ended up setting it by accident. Oh, that's another thing. I activated my Marincess' effect, and like, well, anyway, I had game regardless, but it was just the idea that like I was, it's the first time I'm using the cards, so these are some new cards. Like this is a new card, Spring Girl, Silent Mining. Yeah, I added Silent Mining. So this is where I have Silent Mining. I think I saw somebody play Silent Mining, and I was like, oh yeah, these are cybers. I can use Silent Mining in the deck for consistency. So you can see again, somebody else is playing the Baron. Get rid of her using the Stealth Kragan. This negate stuff. So I got some strike. Obviously, bang. I knew that was gonna happen. So it's like, alright, get rid of her. Boom. Was unaware that this applies on each player's turn. So that was kind of nice. So it's a really good card. It's a really good rank 4. I'm having fun with it. So he stops that. She still. I play that. Go into that to add back that. Special. Get that. Get the field card. So I'm still able to go off. Really nice art type. It's adorable. All right. Pretty consistent. Like no matter what combination of cards you have, be able to get something really strong on board. So got a nice little 4,500. Got a playable hand next turn. So there's a lot of advantage in here. Boom. Since I was negated. So lucky him, I was not unaffected. But as you can see, I can just reestablish a board. That was one of the issues, is that I didn't have the basil in the drop, which would have kept me alive. Quick effect, so I love that. Like he interrupted my board, but it was a quick effect, so I still was able to clear his synchro, so as they return the round, obviously just one card is enough in this situation, and he scoops. No surprise there. They will turn everything around. You can see, you know, I mean, even if you misplay here and there, you can always try to make a comeback. Or if your opponent's constantly trying to interrupt you, you can always make a comeback. So it's a nice little thing. But the archetype is so much stuff, and then the new cards definitely add. See, look, I'm using that to add it back to my hand because I can special summon it from my hand through its effect. Didn't do it that turn, I think it's because I already used it, but get the idea is that now use it, triggered the effects, got the spell card, able to bring out, dump some more stuff, got basil, so that way I can protect my card. Of course, that doesn't matter because I'm going to go up chain, bring out my final boss. Got her back in the hand. Use her effect of special. Now I can do Bahamut Strike. So this is the board I'm trying to get to. So you got Solemn Strike, Recall. I got her. I got also totally awesome. I got 4 negates. Normally I have 2 to 3. This time I had 4, so that was nice. So didn't need much. My opponent already used up a lot of resources from the hand, so they had less cards to play with. See, with one creature in my hand, I was able to do this, play the field card, which allows me to use my dive to bring from my deck. Tang lets me fill up my drop, so I can go up the chain. Still have Marincess in this game. Soon you'll be seeing games where I have the kaiju. So I think that's what it was. That I just took out the Marincess wave and just doing Gamma Seal, and that's it. Didn't change much from the deck. So let's chains. That was a strike that I got rid of. So obviously won that. Okay. The replays now. Because the replays were too short, because sometimes some people just immediately scooped. So a lot of repetitiveness. Got the field card. Make that free. Go there. Bring this back. Perfect. Summon. Bahamut Shark. Bank up. Basic play. That's all I'm doing. Just the same stuff over again. Just trying to get up to my. So I was gonna have 1, 2, and then once I got up to my rank 4, I was gonna have 3 negates. One's hand. Yeah, it doesn't look that good. That probably, yeah, based off of what I see here, that probably is a Mystic Mind deck. But I already had the advantage. So here's a Pendulum deck. I think this was an interesting match because we went through a lot. And Pendulums are known for putting up multiple negates. You know, Thrift Gaming. Right? Pendulum best deck. Best deck. I think he starts trying to put up some stuff. Yeah, this was where he went Abyss Dweller. I'm like, okay, I wouldn't do Abyss Dweller. I know what I would have done instead. I would have done Abagushka. I don't think he has access. Oh yeah, he does. It's right there. He has one. But he should have went that route. But instead, he went Abyss Dweller, which wasn't that big of a deal. So I took down his Appaloosa. So those were his 2 little negates that I took care of. Now I brought up my negate, brought my girl up, boom boom, recycled that link monster so I can use it again later to get pluses. Negate, So I got 1 negate, 2 negates, and then 3 negates. And I got my red screen for defense. In case he manages to establish a board. He's able to negate my totally awesome, but at least I was able to get Tang, and Tang will let me make a play next turn. There he goes with the Bagushka. Next turn was going to be interesting, but I think he realized the truth. I think what really happened is that we lost connection, not that he scooped. So that's unfortunate that we didn't get to finish that. So you see, now it is, people will be trying to stop something. Hand traps, man. Hand traps are useless against me. Oh my god. Come from the world of hand traps. I was rocking Krivo hand trap before anyone else was. I was so ahead of the game with unbreakable boards, hand traps. A lot of the stuff that people do now in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or in most card games, they got the ideas from me because I was doing them before it was even popular. And with the power of the internet, I'm able to share that stuff. So how many negates I got here? I have 3 negates. They're all back row based, but they were negates nonetheless. So I beat that board. See, you don't need 7 negates in order to beat somebody. You just got to be good at the game and use a couple negates here and there. You just got to know what you're doing. Of course, the advantage going first. This is the whole point of what I was making, was the fact that since I've done, the OG of unbreakable boards and stuff like that, and a lot of the combos and strategies that a lot of people use came from me. I was using a fusion deck before it became an extra card. People weren't using their fusion deck. I was. And now that's what all everybody wants to do is summon from their extra deck. Yeah. So with there, if he survived, obviously main phase 2 is going to summon another totally awesome. So that's what I was planning to do there if he survived, but he didn't. See, I got the Gamma Stone, so that will help me break boards. One up the chain. See, this is when I finally played Coral Triangle. The thing is, I forgot to use her ability to get a trap, but since I don't use the trap anymore, it is a little bit of a pointless card. It's still a good card because she does matter. So you might think like, oh, you can't get a trap with her because you take the trap out. Yes, but she still serves a purpose though. She says use, which matters. You'll see it soon. Why she's still in the extra deck? Because she does matter. So, ain't have much to do here since I used up most of my extra deck. I don't have many things to link into. So as you can see, Gamma still comes in handy in this situation. I grab the field card and then I'm like, oh, got a Gamma Cell. I can play, see, now I play her and I bring these 2 back. And I can use this to bring this back and then this. And then, bang, bang, effects. Bombish, all the good stuff. Bang, make her. Quick, use her ability, special summon her. Make this, use this, pop Gamma Cell, burn. Add that back to the hand, play it. Bring something else out. Bring it out. Now I have a whole bunch of attackers. Game. So she is very useful. So you got to see what you can do with her. Because since you go up the chain to get to her, obviously you use her to bring back the chain if one ever breaks your board. You use her to bring back some of your monsters and then use them to reestablish your board. Like I did. So this is the versatility of the Zarsh type. Definitely recommend those who want a cute female deck to play. This is a good one. Marincess is Wincess. All about that winning. See, got my final board. Got 3 negates. My opponent kaiju'd me. The Regeki negated with her. Brought this out. This has the ability to negate an attack, and my opponent ran out of time. But based off of their hand, they weren't doing much of anything anyway. And that's the last replay.